the celibate spirit, aka ain't nothing wrong with being celibate. Ain't nothing wrong with exercising your protection or your defense mechanisms. But also, understand and understand everything is an equilibrium and a balance. Everything is key. So never put yourself in a circumstance situation of doing too much, because your spirit is going to put you into a circumstance and situations to basically get you out of a routine, get you out of a pattern, and get you out of doing something on a day-to-day basis. And of course, you can see this through work. You can see this through relationships. Because 10 times out of 10, you don't want to be at that workplace. You don't want to be at that circumstance situation. But you got to do what you got to do to basically get the job done. 10 times out of 10, you in a relationship. In the beginning, everything was all fun and games. Everything was cool. But when things start to resurface and things start to grow crust, you start to realize that, okay, this ain't picture perfect anymore. Just like when you buy a brand new car. You got the nice brand new car scent, smell. Everything smell good. After a while, the scent is gone. And you start to smell other shit. So this is a circumstance situation where you're going to have to put yourself in out of this body real fast and see things on the outside from looking in. Because understand, ain't nothing wrong with being celibate. But there's a time to experience and there's a time to basically shut things off. AKA, everyone, I agree to the terms and conditions. Everyone should always be celibate on a Saturday. A Saturday is a day where you see limitations, restrictions, and boundaries. Those are the days where, okay, no desires, no sex, no overeating or overindulging. That's the day you're supposed to take things very serious, because Sunday is the day where you go all out, aka the day you shine, your sun, your day. So Saturday, aka you sat your day out, sit down, feel me? Drink a little bit of water, wash up a little bit, clean in and out. Get some circumstances and situations where you're taking care of your responsibilities and duties and obligations that you need to basically handle. Now, if you put yourself in that position and you follow the routines and the days and the patterns, you won't be in a circumstance situation dealing with turmoil or ritual or trials and tribulations. Because understand and understand, it's already a ritual and spell for you on a Saturday. So if you go against that circumstance situation by overindulging into a desire and not sitting back, you're going to experience that shit on the highest magnitude. Take into consideration, on Saturday, everybody want to be linking and drinking. And of course, drinking all that weak-ass Hennessy, drinking all these drinks. Now, ain't nothing wrong with these drinks. You can drink. That's cool. That's fine. But are you drinking for a higher purpose? Or are you drinking just because it tastes good and feel good and you lost it to your desires? That's where you become a demon, a.k.a. a demonic person, a.k.a. demons and desires start to overtake you and, of course, take your body for a motherfucking smooth, a motherfucking drive, a motherfucking turn. So, of course, understand and understand that you need to learn how to sit back and realize that everything that you're doing matters and it counts, no matter how you look at the circumstance situation. Everything counts. So, going back to celibacy. See, celibacy is cool and all, but how long you gonna basically put up with them fighting issues? Understand that your body contains all cells, many cells, and of course, many spirits. So, of course, there's spirits in your body striving and screaming to basically get some sex going on in your life. Because if you ain't fucking, you ain't manifesting. Understand that shit. If you ain't fucking, you ain't manifesting. And of course, we ain't just talking about sexually fucking. We talking about your ideas, which is your masculine. That's your idea. That's already a dick. Then we talking about your feelings, which is feminine, aka feminist. So you gotta have the pussy, which is the feelings, the female perspective. Then you gonna have the idea, which is the dick, the sharp, the eraser. So of course, if you ever thought that you're celibate, you're not celibate. Because you're gonna have ideas, you're gonna have feelings, you're gonna have emotions. And of course, this is what you call sex. Either way, you're gonna have to connect with these, whether you're doing these internally or externally. Understand that even if you don't have sex, you won't have sex in your dreams. That shit that semen is gonna get out of you. The vagina fluids is gonna get out some way, somehow. So ain't nothing to feel perpetrated towards, or petrified towards. Some chicks don't even like having sex though. And it's cool though. Some chicks don't like having sex because they put themselves in circumstances and situations where their spirit won't allow another person to basically go inside them, because that person that they allowed inside them, aka put a sexual curse on them. And what I mean by a sexual curse, aka they put them in a state of awareness where they don't like being in this circumstance situation. Because 10 times out of 10, sex, if you have sex on a proper scale, everything will be smooth. There won't be no issues. There won't be no circumstances and situations where everybody had the short end of the stick. I mean, you never want to get the short end of the stick, especially when you're having sex. That's why it's very important to know that sex is not a toy. Sex is not something you play with. So when you allow somebody inside your world, basically go inside you, just know they're creating. And what they can create is a parasite, an issue, a demon, a devil, or a sex demon. See, a sex demon will be someone that's basically willingly, and of course, at odds are trying to basically take advantage of you when it comes to sex energies. And okay, if you allow this, but it comes down to a point where if you allow someone to basically take you over like that, take you for a ride, then that's called sexually bullying. And of course, you never want to put yourself in a position like that of being sexually bullied, because this can also lead to rape, where aka the person gotta die now. So if you out here disclaimer, if you out here raping or looking to basically rape somebody, you gonna fucking die. Understand that shit. You're gonna die, and you deserve to die. So let's just leave rape out of this possession real fast. When we talking about sex, that's creating energies. Understand if your energy don't match with the person's energy that's wanting to have sex, then you put yourself in a position of not being able to actually accumulate. Now, a man should understand that if she's not in the mood to have sex, don't force her. Don't even try to get her into a circumstance situation to make her feel comfortable or vulnerable to have sex. If she ain't really, she ain't with it. It could be a circumstance situation where she got her cycle, and of course, her cycle is like having a full moon. And if you ain't protecting the full moons, you ain't protecting those feelings and emotions, if you ain't protecting that queen, then things can get very detriment, aka people can die. She can snap, she can go crazy and shit. Because of course, she's being inherited by all those spirits and all those desires and shit, and everything that's got to be flushed out of her. So of course, this is a circumstance situation where she don't want to be touched or be bothered. Now, you got some chicks that's out here that's willing to basically allow a man to basically go inside her while she on her cycle. Now, this can also put you in circumstance situations of low vibrational energy. Because, take into consideration again, if it's a full moon, and you try to have sex or try to manifest, that's like doing witchcraft or doing a ritual on a full moon. AKA fucking someone that got a cycle, AKA a chick got a cycle. That's not the time to be doing that shit. Let her heal. This way everything will basically go smooth. This way y'all can have harmonious sex. Now, if you have a harmful sex, that would be two same genders fucking each other. Now, it's going to be a circumstance situation where y'all create harmful sex, which means that you're not manifesting anything out of this circumstance situation. If you're in a position of, that's like you trying to basically have sex with yourself. Now, spirits do this every damn day. Spirits fuck themselves every day. But if you just out here fucking yourself and your desires and shit and not have no purpose on why you fucking yourself, then you a demon. You start to put yourself in circumstances and situations of developing health issues because you don't have someone to basically have a fulfillment. That's like having a moon and a sky but no sun in the sky. All you're going to see is the damn moon. Sometimes you're going to want to see a reflection. You want to see a light of yourself. But how you going to see the light if you're always in the dark? And of course, what goes on in the dark comes out to light. That's why you need the light sometimes to be able to actually have a connection. Because your spirit is no shape, no form. And of course, your spirit is always in a circumstance situation of being through the unseen. So if your spirit is unseen, if you ain't got someone to connect to, you're going to be spiritually frustrated. That's like being a ghost. And of course, ghosts get caught up into circumstances and situations of dying. And of course, they're gonna always put themselves in circumstances, situations of dying with shit on their heart. Oh damn, I want to have sex with her. Oh damn, who gonna pay my bills? Oh damn, this man fucking my girl. Oh damn, I need to take care of my kids. Oh damn, feel me? You put yourself in a circumstance situation of allowing your heart to be heavier than a feather. Now you're in a circumstance situation of searching for another body. But this is not going to be a quick search for a body. This is going to be desires that you was basically fully invested in start to replenish, aka start to roll off. So the longer it takes you to realize that you died, that's how long it's going to take you to basically find the body. And now imagine all those spirits that died and then are still deeply invested into their desires and shit. And it took them this long to basically realize that they died. Now, once they realize they died, they got to go search for another body. Search for another body in this world, aka this dimension, because they wasn't in a position of actually being free from all these desires in this world. They was caught into just this world. And of course, that's what they want. They want to trap you into just this world. They want to trap your mind, trap your mentalities, and put you in circumstances and situations and positions to make sure that you're not moving, make sure you're stagnated, aka make sure your vibrations, your energies is always at a lower magnitude. This way you can keep basically giving all your attention to a demon, a desire, a devil. And of course, a demon always wants you to basically allow yourself to be vulnerable and open. So of course, if you be vulnerable and open, that demon is going to go inside you and possess your ass. And you're going to be thinking that it's you, but it ain't you. It's the demon that's controlling you. Also, this is going to be a circumstance situation. Never look at celibate as a religious perspective, but also the people, understand, the people that created that perspective of it are demons themselves, because they was in their desires to feel the need to basically put you in laws and put you in programs to make sure that you can't do certain things. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Understand and understand. Marriage, you don't need a ring. You don't need a ring to have sex with someone. Feel me? You don't need a ring. You don't need to be in a marriage with someone to basically reach with God. You are God inside you, aka whatever you're looking outside you thinking that a God is gonna come save your ass. That's never gonna happen. You're an illusion. Understand, overstand that illusion is blindsided you by shit that you basically need to be focusing on, which is you. Don't get lost into no religion, because religion is basically redoing something, repeating something, of course, being reincarnated. Now, ain't nothing wrong with being your religion. Nobody said that. But understand, understand, don't allow these laws and restrictions to basically withhold you. Know that you have your own limitations and your own ways of not doing things and doing things. But don't put yourself in a position or circumstance situation to allow this shit to control you or basically dictate you or make you feel guilty and vulnerable. AKA now you're down with shit on your heart. Okay, cool. Now you're coming right back into this another family, but with the same religion and the same rules and regulations. That's how they trap you. Don't get trapped in this world. Because if you get trapped, motherfucker, you get trapped in circumstance situations where you get trapped with a demon, a child that you didn't want to bring into, that you didn't want to bring in this world, but of course the desires of coochie was so good that you was killing it. It was real good. Now you got a desire. Now that child didn't bring you nothing but frustrations and madness. Also, this is a circumstance situation on how to kill your ass, because of course you just out here fucking. And of course that's why they created laws to basically say, oh, don't have sex until you get married, until you do this, until you do that. But of course, if you was fucking and having sex on the right perspective, you won't put yourself in that position. Also, ain't nothing wrong with being celibate. It's cool. Feel me? Ain't nothing to be basically ashamed about. Don't judge yourself, but of course, don't bondage yourself. Don't trap yourself. And of course, if you are going to put yourself in circumstance situation of having sex with somebody, make sure this person is on your level, or at least kind of like a little bit above your level. But of course, in a circumstance situation where y'all both got your shit together, y'all can basically look towards helping and basically growing with each other and not putting yourself in bondages or basically looking at being demons and devils and fighting each other on a day-to-day basis, because you know it's not the circumstance situation or the case for me. Especially if you got a celibate chick that's basically waiting at home for you on a day-to-day basis to basically make sure that she's comfortable with opening up to you, then that's very, very cool. Also, but don't put yourself in circumstance situation of tarnishing yourself or making it seem like it's bad. It ain't bad. But of course, it's things where you do things the right way and the wrong way. But of course, celibacy is basically very strong, very passionate. But of course, you can also witness harm and hurt and pain and shit, because of course you're gonna be miserable. And of course, if you ain't fucking, you ain't manifesting. So you gotta put yourself in a circumstance situation where if you are gonna have sex and feel comfortable, make sure it's with the right person in the right place at the right time. Because of course, if it's in an environment where things is noisy and things is out of chaotic, then that's what you're gonna be creating, chaotic sex. And we don't need that. But we're gonna get more into this shit.